All right, welcome to the live. This will be recorded. This is absolutely live. We haven't done this many times. So let's wait until we get some other people in here before we start the topic of the day, which will be the iPad photo booth drop-off, or just the drop-off in general. You can do a drop-off with any type of booth. It could be a DSLR booth, webcam, but the iPad booth is perfect for drop-offs, and we'll get into that. So let's just get right into it, right? The iPad. Why is the iPad ideal for a drop-off? Well, the iPad is simplifying the photo booth setup. So if you have a DSLR setup, you have your camera, you have your lens, you have a hot shoe mount for the flash, then there's a wire from that mount to the flash, then you have the flash, then you have to power the flash, you have to power the camera, then you have a computer screen, then you have to keep the computer charged. There's so many moving parts here, right? So what I tell everybody is the iPad, it is the computer, and it is the camera, it is the lens, and it's way less things to worry about. So the photo booth drop-off, it's ideal for a simple setup. We did an event yesterday, you guys, $500 for a school on a Wednesday, easy money. I would not want to do a drop-off with any other type of photo booth. If you really want an easy business, right? If you're gonna get into the photo booth business and you want the easiest setup possible, iPad photo booth every single time. And shout out to everybody joining the live. Hit the bell 3 times. We got 3 viewers here. So I really appreciate everyone watching. So the drop-off. The drop-off is ideal for anybody that wants to make passive money, people that want a simple, easy, affordable rental for your, not just for your clients, but something that's gonna allow you to scale and grow your business. Because if you have a photo booth, you guys, and if you have to stay at these events, I'm telling you, if you're lucky, maybe once in a while, you could squeeze in 2 events. But most events take place on Saturday around the same time. By doing a drop-off, you can allow your customers to allow you to come 3-4 hours before the event starts to set it up. So we had a record of 11, I don't know why I did this, we had 11 drop-offs in one day. We made a little bit over $7,000 from all of these events, and this wouldn't be possible if we had to stay at these events. And if you guys are watching, write a comment, just put hi. I got a special gift for you just for watching. I absolutely love my YouTube audience, man. You guys have been, a lot of you have been here from day one, you know, 4 years ago when we started, four and a half years ago when we started the chat, the videos. So let me know if you're here, just put hi, let me know where you're watching from. So the photo booth drop-off is what allowed us to do photo boothing full time. You know, if you want to make a living in the photo booth business with one photo booth, you either have to do 2 things, right? One, you're going to have to get bookings during the week, bookings on Saturday, bookings on a Sunday. You're going to have to squeeze in as many events as you can in 1 week, or you can do 1 event a week, maybe 1 event every other week, but you're going to have to charge a premium price. It all comes down to the amount of money that you're making. We got Mr. Mation and Horror Mr. Mation. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much. So if you want a copy, I'm going to give a copy of the ebook that I wrote a couple years ago. Just email me at photobooth101info@gmail.com. What's up? We got Smile AZ Photo Booth. Hey, Drew. I'm Rudy from Tuscan, Arizona. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. How are you, baby Dane? I'm doing good. Can't complain, can't complain. So back to what we're talking about, you guys, the photo booth drop-off and why I think it's the best option for anyone looking to get into this business, but you don't want your business to feel like a job. So you can either approach this, right, with a mentality of, I don't mind being at these events. You have to understand you're either going to have to be there, or you can set your business up to where you don't have to be there. If you're going to be there, you should definitely be charging more. But if you're not going to be there, you're going to be able to give a better price, because time is money. You know, it's your most valuable asset, you guys. You don't, when you die, you can't go back and get more time. Or right now, you can't pay for time unless, you know, you're moving things around in your schedule. But look, it's not uncommon to get a photo booth, start doing drop-offs, right? And if your pricing is as affordable as it should be, you can get another photo booth 2 months in the business. I've seen people do it literally in 1 month. And if you're providing a service where you don't have to be there, and you're allowing your customers to have it all day or for a really cheap hourly rate, they're gonna book you over that other company because there are always gonna be people in this world shopping basically just for price. And when I say we're doing these drop-offs, majority of these drop-offs are for a digital photo booth rental only. If you guys want me to, let me know. I can turn on one of these iPads. I can show you what people are paying us to provide when it comes to a digital photo booth. Because I am in our showroom. We are in Photo Booth 101 headquarters. So I can do that. Just let me know. Unknown user. Hey, Drew, how's your night? How are you doing tonight? Great. I can't complain, you guys. Look, I'm blessed to be able to do what I love every single day. And I'm honored to be able to do this for a living, you know, renting out photo booths, selling photo booths, all the other businesses that we have going. So I can't complain, man. And what I love about this business, unknown user, is you're doing something fun. You're in the, look, you buy your photo booth, or if you're in the photo booth business, you will find out quickly you're in a business where people are having fun. You get to be a part of people's weddings. The food, right? If you're gonna be there at these events, which you can, I'm not saying you don't have to be, free food, drinks, you get to listen to good music, you get to meet people, you get to see people at their best, you know, the fun part. What I also love about this business too, you guys, is we get to make a lot of money in a short amount of time. So I can't complain. Is your name Baby Dane? Just a lucky guess. Sure, you can call me that if you want. Smile AZ Photo Booth. Hey Drew, I'm doing my first white label event. Is it okay to use content from that event on my social media, or is that a no-no? The content won't contain any of my logos. Absolutely. So when you're white labeling, you have to make sure that the operator that is working for you under your company, that you keep all of the clients, and you need to make sure that they're aware of your intentions. So you have to communicate. The Rocket Yoshi. When you are doing drop-offs, do you also drop backdrops, or do you only drop off booth units? We drop off anything. Booth, backdrop, props. We're doing print drop-offs now. I can talk about that if you guys are interested. So whatever the customer wants, we will rent. So what we're doing with our pricing, if they want to rent a photo booth, we have a minimum rate for that. $375, $300 for the booth, $75 minimum delivery and setup fee. But that includes just the photo booth with the iPad with the photo option. If they want boomerang, GIF, video, recording, all the extra, $75, I call it activation. We also will do a backdrop for $100, prop table for $50. If they want to rent our Jackery, the portable battery unit, that is $75 add-on. There's so many other add-ons. The Rocket Yoshi, the idea of leaving a printer gives me the fear. You know what's funny? People had fear. When I was talking about the drop-off years ago, people had fear just dropping off the photo booth. Now everyone's wanting to do a drop-off. So I'm telling you, if you are prepared and you have your system down, printing isn't an issue. So the way we do it is we have the booth, we have the wire from the iPad going into a laptop. The laptop, which is a MacBook, goes straight to the printer. It's wired. There's no hiccups. And we also have a clause also that if there is an issue, they have to give us a call so we can come back to fix it. And instead of a refund, we will just add whatever time the booth was not worked back onto it. And it's rock solid. It's rock solid. And when people, okay, this is a quote I heard: when people are scared, you should be greedy. And when people are greedy, you should be scared. So if you're having fear and you think other people are having fear, there's opportunity there, right? Even not just for the photo booth stuff, but just in the real estate market. It's just kind of in business. So whenever you feel like there's an opportunity, but you're worried, the chances are other people are worried, and there's going to be an opportunity, because if people are scared about doing it, they're probably not going to do it. And if they're not doing it, that can be less competition, less people doing that. So Yasmin, what is going on? Again, shout out to everyone watching. Usually we're live on TikTok and Instagram, so I'm really digging the fact that we got some people in here. That's awesome. That's clever. Love it. Unknown user. I think starting with a mock drop-off is smart. Telling them it's a drop-off, but stay there out of sight just to check in time to time. Look, yeah, it's all about baby steps. So if you're going to do, look, this is also for you, Rocket. If you want to start doing the drop-off, but you don't feel comfortable completely leaving going home or going to the next event, why not just, like literally, I'm not even joking, sit in your car in the parking lot, go in every 30 minutes to check on it. Slowly build the trust by being there and checking in on it. So if there is an issue, at least you're there. So that's what I did. You know, my first drop off was by accident. It was a wedding at a bar. I literally, you guys, literally brought the it was an iPad photo booth, just a digital only event. I was gonna stay there, which I always did back then because the whole concept of a drop off was unheard of. I've never heard of it. And I go to the bar to set up. The door guy, I forgot what they're called, but he was like, "Oh, can I see your ID?" I was like, "No, I'm here for the event." And then I was like, "I didn't bring my ID." The guy goes, "You can set up really quick, but you have to get an ID because I can't have you stay here because if someone comes in and checks IDs, you know, we're gonna get in trouble." And trust me, you know, when this first drop off happened, I didn't have a beard. I looked a lot younger, right? So I set up the equipment, booth was ready to go. And I went home, picked up my ID, and then something in my mind was like, just check the link. Let's see if any photos were taken. Sure enough, you guys, photos taken on the booth. I'm like, whoa, I don't even have to be there. So I drive back, I pop my head in every 20 minutes, and the event went smoothly. No issues. So that's how we did it. Let's see. Slow-mo 360 effects is comment, in order to run more than 5 booths, what is the subscription I have to go on LumaBooth? So with LumaBooth, you get 2 different with one subscription, you can use 2 different devices. So that means 2 different iPads at the same time. Then you have to go through PhotoShare on your account, then add the 3 extra ones. And I believe it's like $18 each, if I remember correctly. The Rocket Yoshi drop-offs is our end goal, but we have to just get started, so we are enjoying the learning process at the moment of how event goes. Yeah, look, if it's a goal of yours, try one for free, right? If you're going into an uncharted territory, instead of just doing your first drop off as a paid one, do it for free. Get that experience, get those jitters out. I'm telling you, the amount of people that contact me that have been in the business and I've inspired them to do drop off, the feedback is amazing. Because you guys know, there goes a lot into being at an event. You know, a 3-hour event means you're on your if you're a good photo booth operator, you're on your toes. People are asking questions about the props and all of that. So if you take that 3-hour process out, it almost feels unreal to be able to get paid good money and not have to interact with children, drunk adults, loud music, stuff like that, you know. And also doing the drop-offs is going to help you. It's going to prevent burnout. Think about it. So, let me see here. Yasmin, that's awesome. We didn't have a nice person in my daughter's baby shower, but the 360 videos came out nice. If it were me, I would make the event one to remember. Absolutely. Definitely. You're welcome, Slow-Mo. Smile AZ Photo Booth. Do you use any account software for tax purposes? Do we? I think softwares for tax. Well, our website that we use, GoDaddy, they have all of this stuff built in, so you can literally see all of the categories. So me personally, no. I know a lot of people will use like TurboTax and some other stuff, but it's not that hard to track nowadays. Like a lot of websites will have that for you, especially if you're taking money deposits online and balances paid online. It gives it pretty much a breakdown for you. Unknown user, how do you manage the deposit for drop-offs? Do you do it via credit card? I use Stripe and they charge fees even if you refund a charge. Wow, that's terrible. I didn't know that they would do that. So for deposits, when you're starting off and you're new, I highly recommend requiring a 50% deposit. Because when you're starting off, you invest some money. You want to be able to get as much money coming back into your pocket as possible. Cash flow, right? But I would only recommend doing that until you've made your money back and you have a little bit more in your pocket to where you're comfortable, then dropping it down to a more affordable rate. We do a $100 deposit. I don't care if it's $1,000 event, $1,500, $2,000, just $100, because I want to allow my customers the value of being able to hold on to their money, you know, for months. Like, let's say if they book us next year, that is allowing them to not have to struggle and pay, because we are doing everyday events. So for that, our deposits are paid on our website. Then for the balance, they can pay on our website again. And they could Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Apple Pay, whatever's easier for them. Or if they want to pay cash, they can pay cash for the balance when we show up. Before I take any equipment out, we get paid first. What you can do, if you are getting charged from your card processor, charge a processing fee, a non-refundable processing fee. You can add that into it. And then if they need a deposit, you just send them the refund. I mean, you can refund them everything minus that fee, so you have it covered. All right. How do you utilize the boomerang option for a regular digital booth? I don't know exactly what you mean by utilize, but we just keep those experience options open. So I don't know what you mean by utilize, but that's definitely something that they can use if they want. We do charge our clients to activate, right? Because Luma Booth already gives you the options for those features, but we take them away and make our customers pay for it to activate it. So if they pay for it, we activate it. Hey, Monse, are you able to turn the iPad on for me? When you get a chance. Just that one. You just unplug it and plug it in if you don't mind. Yeah, she hates me. Unknown user, sorry when I say deposit, I mean like damage deposit. We don't charge that. So the reason why I'm not collecting deposits for damage is, one, a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing that, and two, some people just don't have $500 or $1,000 to give you to hold. Especially if they're new customers, right? The trust may not be there. So why I don't worry is our photo booths, all of the booths that we use, the ones that we also sell on photobooth101.com, so if you wanted to buy it, you can. All of the parts are very affordable. The ring light, we're not gonna charge you guys $1,000 to replace parts. They're all affordable, and the design of these booths is to have it in parts versus just one big piece, and if it breaks, you're out a couple grand. $100 for the ring light. If the faceplate breaks, $75. So we have contracts in place. So knowing that if there is a damaged ring light or a faceplate, the customer, what I do is charge them what it costs me. So if it's $75, I'll tack on 25% for inconvenience. Customers will pay it. You know, I've only had one issue one time where I had a broken faceplate, and we're talking well over 1,000 events. So contracts. Also, worst case scenario, if they don't want to pay it, perfect. I know never to do business with this person again, and I still made money from that event, because worst case scenario, I'm out $100. You know, it's not worth going to court for, which you can, but I don't know about you. I don't want to have to go through all that just for 75 or $100. That is the deluxe booth that has the LCD screen. The Rocket Yoshi, we've just started, but we also do €100 deposit, which they pay option through Check Cherry. This seems to be a newer concept over here. Is that me? Yeah. Who's calling?
Chris.
Oh, Chris. Do you mind handing me my phone? I'm sorry. I do have to talk to him. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We've also started, but we do up to €100. The pay up option, Check Cherry, which seems to be a newer concept over here. Oh, I love that, man. Everyone seems to be stuck on the pay on the day mindset. Absolutely. I think that's a terrible, I think it's a terrible thing to collect money on the day of the event. If it's cash, it's fine. But if you're going to be getting paid, you guys, if you're going to be getting paid online, make it a week or 2 weeks before your event. I would never suggest, allowing someone to pay Zelle on the day of, because some people think all they have to do is download Zelle and they can use it. There's a process that goes into it. And sometimes there's limits on these apps when they're downloading it. So I'd recommend online payment. Definitely make sure you're getting paid ahead of time. So, all right, let me keep going here. Yes, I do the same with activations. How much do you charge to each feature? Great question. This is honestly something I'm considering changing, but to get Boomerang, GIF, and video, we're only charging $75. And you guys, it's literally 5 clicks. You hit the drop down menu. No, it's 6 clicks. Drop down menu on Luma Booth. You go to capture modes. Then you click boomerang, GIF, video. Then you launch your event. Super, super simple. Good morning from the Philippines. What's up? Love it, love it, love it. Please let me know if you guys have any other questions. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. You know what I love about the photo booth business is there's so many ways you can operate. There's not just one way to do it. You can do print only. You can do digital only. You can do drop off. You can do pickups. Something I don't talk about often. I'm going to start talking about it more, but we have been doing this for a while. My favorite event, believe it or not, isn't the drop off. It's when customers come to you, they pick up your equipment, they go set it up themselves, they drop it off. This requires a photo booth that is easy to use. But it's the easiest money ever. I think we've had one pickup. Montse maybe can confirm. What's the biggest payday we had for a pickup?
Oh, I don't know.
5?
It's like $500.
$500. You know, we're charging, everything is a la carte. And if you do the math, maybe it's no more than 30 minutes of complete time, you guys. Easy, easy peasy. My friend from the Philippines, learned a lot from you, Mr. Drew, you, Hans, and Tyler. Awesome. Appreciate that. Got to hit the bell for you. That is amazing. I'm glad to help. We're actually going to have a new podcast episode up tomorrow, I think. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. So, photo boothing. It is such an attractive business. And it's a business that's affordable to get started in. It's a business where it's not just affordable, but the money you put into it, you can make it back quickly. And here's the blueprint on how to do that. Step 1, buy your equipment, right? Get everything you need. Don't be cheap, don't cut corners. The old Drew would tell you, go on Amazon, get a cheap ring light. If you guys go to the YouTube channel, you'll see old videos. Just invest. Invest in quality equipment that's gonna last you a long time. Step 2, do some free events. 2 to 4, have business cards, have flyers. Stay here. Don't do the drop off just yet. Get content while you're there. Those free events should lead to paid work, so have business cards. Then you build your social media accounts, your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. Build your website. Create a Google My Business page. You want to flood it with content. You want to look like you've been in business longer than 4 free events, right? Then the next step, simple, to start your photo booth business. You can run ads on Facebook, Instagram. You can run ads on YouTube, TikTok, Google. Then that is you using your money to make more money. On Facebook and Instagram, when we run ads, you guys, $250 is a $3,000 payback for us. And this is immediate. If I were to really look, if I ran an ad last year, I probably made around $4,000 to $5,000 from that because not everybody books right away. If they see your ad, they may follow you on Instagram or on Facebook, which is another plus of running ads on social media, and they may book at a later time. I mean, I can tell you this last week, we've probably booked maybe 5 events, and 3 of them are from Instagram. And that doesn't tell me if they came from the Facebook ad, but that's where a lot of our followers come from. So that's pretty much it. You can also network with other photo booth owners, venues, DJs, wedding planners. You can use Facebook Marketplace. I don't recommend it. Those are typically where you get not the best kind of clients. So just my 2 cents here. Jaron, what's your response if someone were to ask, wait, so essentially just an iPad and ring light, what are we paying you for? So first of all, never tell your client it's an iPad photo booth. This is something I learned the hard way. Never mention it. Just call it a photo booth. You can call it a selfie booth. You can call it a digital booth, whatever the case is. Never say it. If they ask, you can say, yes, this is an iPad. The software is something that takes hours, if not weeks, to master. There's customization in the experience, your templates, your welcome screens, also the knowledge of basic photography. And yeah, I mean, let me see your question here again. Essentially just paying for an iPad and ring light that we were paying for. I mean, look, if someone's going to tell you that, first of all, probably not a client that I'd want anyways if they're going to sit there and say that. So first of all, try not to say iPad. And if they're saying like, what am I paying you for? Just be honest. You're paying for experience. You're paying for knowledge of the software, which is on a monthly subscription. You can tell them that. Also the customization, right? It's not just a photo booth. You're also a creative. You're also a graphic designer if you're making templates. So there's more that goes into it than just having an iPad. So those types of clients, right, that are going to be like that and say stuff like that are usually the clients that are the cheapest. The cheap clients asking for a discount will give you the most headache. We've done events with an iPad photo booth making $2,000-$3,000. No one ever says anything. And also, when you look at the booth, honestly, I know you guys are familiar with it, but if you don't know, most people don't know it's an iPad, even looking at it, because you're not able to see the back of it where you see the Apple logo. And the software is on, so it never says anything about being an iPad. I hope that made sense. Jaren, unknown user Jaren, they're paying for service. Don't think of it like it's an iPad and a ring light. It's a photo booth. Absolutely, absolutely. And also too, if your clients are worried about image quality, if they ask you about being an iPad, show them some of your photos. I honestly, I have taken better photos from my deluxe booth with my iPad than some people with a DSLR photo booth. You'll be surprised how many people don't understand photography and don't really know how to get image quality, a quality image. You remember too, we're not blowing photos up. We're putting them on a 4x6 or a 2x6 template. So even with an iPad, you're putting a photo and you're making it very small. The only time where you really notice quality is when you expand it and you really blow it up. So I got to give a shout out to all 30 people here in the live 3 times. Gratitude bell. I really appreciate everybody here. We will be live. I'll be live on TikTok more often. I'll be live on YouTube more often. I had no idea that you guys would tap in and, get involved here. So this is awesome. All right, the Rocket. Here's a free idea, by the way. The is super cheap to do. Clients love it. Is sticky back magnets to stick on the back of the prints as a freebie. Super cheap, and people love it. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The sleeves, they're also known as refrigerator magnets. That is a great upgrade. You can include that for free. You could just, honestly too, you can just give your client 3 of them right before you leave. Say, hey, here's some of these, free on the house. We hope you enjoyed it. Those magnets are smart. It's a great marketing tool because if you give them those sleeve magnets, right, where they put the strip in or the 4x6, they're going to put it on their fridge, right on the fridge, or maybe on their desk at work. And they're going to be constantly reminded, oh, photo booth company. And if you're doing it right, your templates should have your company website on it. So I love that. That's a great hack. CTN, but to get the first customers, do free events. Look, if you guys think you deserve your first event to be paid just because you bought a photo booth and you've never done an event, you should, I'm trying to say this in the nice way possible, you have to humble yourself. Even kids that go to college, spend 4 years paying to be in school, usually have to intern before they can get a job. So do 2 to 4 events for free. If you do 4 events for free and you don't get a paid job, your service probably isn't the best. 2, you're probably not doing the right free events. Or 3, you may have to look at your whole approach here because there's definitely no excuse why you shouldn't be able to get jobs from those free events. I mean it. I'll still do events for free till this day, right? If it's worth it. If it's for a wedding at a venue that I want to get in on, I'll go. I'll do it for free. If there's 150 people, if I can get 2 to 3 people to book me, I'm stoked. That could be $1,500 for those events. But look, I'm trying to think bigger here, and this is something that I've shifted my mindset. I don't see one event as a $500 payday. I'm looking at it like in the year, how many people are they going to refer me to, and how many more parties are they potentially going to have? You have to think, if you do one event, how many fiancés are there? How many people are going to be having a quinceañera soon? How many graduations? There's so much that goes into it, and when you start thinking of it bigger, you tend to treat it differently. So that's how I see it. For sure. Unknown users. So many people mention how cool it is that I use an iPad for my booth. That's so funny you mentioned that. That has been the feedback too. People are kind of just blown away. They're like, wait, what? An iPad? It's so simple, man. I love the iPad. Look, I used to do a DSLR setup. Way too many parts. The DSLR photo booth is so fragile. If you pick it up and you move it back and a wire gets loose, the booth shuts off. With my iPad booth, you guys, I can pick it up, I can turn it, I can shake it, I put it down, we're solid. I say digital booth. Yeah, the problem though, if you are just saying digital booth and you're offering prints, it gets a little confusing. So, all right, my friend from the Philippines, I'm currently prepping photo booth equipment. I'll be using DSLR for the side job. Love it, love it. Nothing wrong with DSLRs. I don't want to sound like I'm a hater, but I prefer Team iPad. All right, yes, I'm a graphic designer. Glad that your response is something that I would have said. Love it. Great minds think alike. That's awesome. The Rocket Yoshi. I don't look at it at Facebook Marketplace booths as being in the same market. If people want cheap, that's a place to go. If you want quality, look for the company that puts in the effort. Absolutely. I tell everybody, the place where you're promoting your business will be a reflection of the types of clients you get. Facebook Marketplace is one. A lot of people market their photo booth rental services on an app called OfferUp. And then the funniest thing ever is when people complain about getting lowballed on OfferUp. The app is called OfferUp. You can't be mad when people start doing what the app is designed for. Same thing with Facebook Marketplace. People will use the search tools to find the lowest rated price. And you have to think, if you want quality leads, I think Google Ads or creating a Google My Business page and really focusing on that, quality leads. Facebook and Instagram ads, not as good as Google. If you want the best, go on LinkedIn, get those corporate jobs. Go search for your clients, be proactive. You don't have to let the world happen to you. You can happen to the world and set up strategies like that. But I love that comment, by the way. So true. Unknown user, hit that like button, everybody. Appreciate you. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, Drew, everyone, don't forget to like. Man, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. Blue Bell 1920, thank you so much. You know what's funny, man? I heard TikTok might be getting banned, and we've put a lot of effort into TikTok. Believe it or not, we have almost 25,000 followers on TikTok. And when I heard that, I was like, all right, well, I still got my YouTube fam. I got my family here on YouTube, and you guys have been nothing but amazing. We just hit 11,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate everybody, all of you that have tapped in and all that. And again, I got to promote it. If you guys are looking to start a photo booth business, we do sell photo booths, you guys. Photobooth101.com, we sell some of the best iPad photo booths. We literally launched our new photo booth, the Deluxe Duo, yesterday. Hands down the best booth on the market. I think it's better than any other booth you can buy. I'm talking Salsa or any of the other booths. The functions that it has is created and designed, right? The input was from me. Someone that's using it in the business versus somebody just trying to make money by selling something. The input on here is crucial. It is crucial. It has a lot of things that these booths don't have. And they're simple things that get overlooked. So photobooth101.com if you're interested. Photo booths, backdrops, printer, props, we have it all. All right, Jaron, can you show an example of those sleeve magnets? Yeah, I think, do we have any of them here, babe? Of those magnet sleeves? Oh, we do. Oh, you're so clutch. The wife's is the best. She has like the best memory ever. So I'm going to turn this around. This is on the fridge. You see right there? It's a magnet. And the photo booth strip just goes in there. All right. Yeah, we're going to probably start selling those too soon. Again, this doesn't have to be something you get for free. You can actually sell those as an upgrade. And I know a guy that he'll have like 400 on him. And what he'll do is he'll allow the guests to take them as they want. And he'll charge the client after. Some people do that. I'm like, man, that's a lot of trust from your client. Or you could just sell a bundle and be like, hey, we'll put 40 out and we'll hand them to each person that uses the booth, but they only get one. Or they'll do it like that. So The Rocket Yoshi, be careful how you advertise for free events, though. We got swamped with messages, booked out dates, then people cancel and don't care because it's free. You gotta kind of, honestly, I understand what you're saying, but you kind of have to read the room. You kind of have to feel out the client, and you have to be picky with these events. You know, you want to book events that are at venues, right? Where one, the photos, the content will look good. Two, you want free events that have a lot of people. The more people, the better, because the odds of you getting booked go up. You don't want to do a backyard party with 15 people. There's not much return there. Also, if it's at a venue, they've already paid a deposit. They've already committed. So the chances of the cancellation goes down. So you kind of have to feel it out. Paul A. Dot. Do you pay CRM or do you do your own? Yes, we use Honeybook. Honeybook has been a lifesaver. Unknown user. I love hearing another boother's thoughts on this industry, which is why I love your podcast. I've been doing this. A call went through. Sorry. I love hearing another boother's thoughts on this industry, why I love your podcast. I've been doing this 9 years now, but I want to just get going with the flow. This year is growth mode for sure. Love it. Thank you for watching. That means a lot. All right, Jaron, do your prices change based on your season? Is an Xmas party price different from a small birthday party? Now, this is something that gets under my skin, though, is when people do this. They'll charge people with more money a higher rate, but provide the same service. I get why people do it, but to me, the price is the same for everybody. I'm not going to jack up the price because it's corporate and I know they have money. But what I will do, though, is approach it differently. When they ask for a quote, I'll give them the price that includes all of the upgrades. Versus if it's someone that's having a backyard party, I'll give them the breakdown of all of the different options that they can get. But corporate, I'll say, hey, here's the price. Here's what is included. And I'll give them the price breakdown. Love it. Love it. You guys are amazing. The Rocket Yoshi. Would love to utilize LinkedIn, but it feels like an alien and somewhat scary. If it's scary and you feel like, I'm telling you, do it. If you're scared, that should get you excited, because that must mean that there's other people like you in this business that are probably just as scared, and letting that fear hold them back. It's the things that are hard that are worth doing, or scary, unknown. We use the stick back magnets, but those look much better. Got you, got you. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining the live. I really appreciate everybody. I am going to hop off here, but I will do a live more. So make sure you hit the notification bell. And if you want the ebook that I wrote a few years ago, some of the prices for the equipment is outdated, but just go ahead and send us an email, photobooth101info@gmail.com. I'll send that to you for free. You don't have to pay for it. Thank you guys so much. I love the YouTube audience. I will be live probably tomorrow, maybe the same time. So maybe we can make this like a, I don't know, like a thing. So thank you guys so much. Take care. Signing off.